Hello, hello. It's Julie Davison and Susan LaCroix. Welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. Today is Sunday, April 9th. Happy Easter. I'm so glad that you are taking some time to join us. And if you're not watching live, we understand. We hope that you're with your family and friends celebrating this holiday. So if you're watching on the replay, leave a comment and let us know how your Easter was. And unfortunately, we're not together this weekend to celebrate the holiday. It just didn't work out this year. But Mom, how are you doing? Are you ready for Easter?
I think we're pretty much all together. I'm doing the ham and the cheesy potatoes.
Mm.
Nina's bringing a lamb cake, pretzel jello. I think that's it. And then your sister Yvonne is doing the vegetables. So we've got corn and your dad wants green beans almondine, which I have never made.
Oh,
Your grandmother used to make them a lot. So I have to hopefully
oh.
find a recipe or I'll wing it.
So Yvonne's not making those, you're gonna make them?
Well, I'll offer it to her. Here, you make it. No, we haven't. No, I'm just going to run up and take care of it. So it'll all be good. Other than that, this is pre-order for the new
Yes.
catalog. And my pre-order is here in a big box over
Yay.
that way.
Well, let's switch it over to your desktop, Mom, and you can
All right.
share what our focus is today.
I certainly will. So our focus today is using some of our retiring colors. So some of these may already be gone. I'm not sure. The stamp set I'm using is gone, but that's okay. You can make do with any stamp set that you think might work. So let's go through these colors. Some I'm sad about. Actually, I'm kind of sad about all of them. But, all right. So from the neutrals family is Mary Merlot, which I love this color. I'm going to miss it. I really am, especially around Christmas. Sahara,
Yeah.
which yeah, it's a great neutral.
I'm so sad about Sahara Sand. I use that one all the time, and I don't know what I'm gonna do without it.
You'll find that color. I have faith in you. And then one of my other favorites is soft suede because it goes so well with like earth tones in the fall. So I'm really sad about that. And then we're going to jump over to brights and we have Bermuda Bay. I thought there was another piece under there. And Mango Melody, which I haven't used all that much, but they've had some beautiful designer series paper with Mango Melody. So I've been using it more lately.
Yes, I feel
And
like that's what, isn't that like a relatively new color during the last
I think
color
so.
refresh? I feel
I
like it
do
was
believe
brand
so.
new.
Yep, I believe so. But I know for sure this sold out. So this one is
Mm.
definitely gone. And then we also have Pacific Point from the Brights. Another fun one. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Let's move on to Rich Regals, which has Rich Razzleberry. And I believe that this is the only Regal that's retiring.
I think you're right. I think all the other ones are sticking around, although some are going to move around. So these are
Right.
all, this is the color refresh. Stampin' Up! Does this every, I don't know, like 5 years or so. And we get rid of colors and we bring past in colors back and new
Yes.
colors. So we've got
Yep.
to make room for all the new colors
Yes,
by
we
getting rid
most
of
certainly
some of
do.
these older ones. And you know what I was thinking? Most of these colors that are retiring have been passed in colors. Like Rich
Many of
Razzleberry,
them have.
that was
Yeah.
an in color a long time ago. Pacific Point, that
Yes.
was an in color. Soft Suede, Bermuda Bay. Um, those were all in colors.
Mint Macaron was an old in color, right?
Yes, it was.
As was Air Pizzazz.
Yep. I think Pear Pizzazz and Blushing Bride were in colors together.
Oh, I think you're right. So saffron's been around a long time. I think this was just added as a core color. I don't think that this one was an old in color.
Yeah, I don't remember it being an in color.
Hmm. And there's Blushing Bride.
Ugh.
Oh, and my screen is doing wonky things. My apologies. So, but I will tell you, we cannot wait to share with you the new colors because
Mm-hmm.
they are gorgeous.
They are. They're
Absolutely
so
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yeah, I may have to
Um,
crack that box open sooner rather than later to get
so
mine.
So all of the cardstock ink pads, reinkers, markers, all the color things
Yeah.
are retiring, and we are um kind of like it's different for every color. Some of them are completely sold out. Some of them you can still get an ink pad or you can still get the cardstock. So check the last chance list. We'll link to it up in the video description, but the best place to see the current availability is just to go right to our online store
Yes.
and shop the last chance category, and then you can see what's left. And if you haven't already ordered your favorite retiring colors, do it soon,
As soon as
because the
possible.
longer you wait, the more that is going to sell out. And I will say, because I have looked at the new in color or the new colors and the new color collection, I think where we're gonna feel the biggest hole is those light greens, mint macaron and pear pizzazz.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the new subtles, we have soft sea foam and lost lagoon.
Yeah.
And so if you don't have mint macaron or pear pizzazz and you can still get it, then you should put those up on your list, because I think you're gonna those
Right.
two colors in particular, of all the ones that are retiring, I think those are the ones that are leaving the biggest hole in our color collection.
I think you're right, Julie.
Okay, well, no more crying. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate these colors with some projects.
All right.
And so I'm going to flip the camera over to my desktop, and I am going to share I'm going to share a project with some of the brighter colors that are going away. Bermuda Bay, Rich Razzleberry, and Mango Melody. I kind of wanted to focus on the brighter ones because Mom's going to do some of the softer colors on her card. The other thing I want to point out is the last chance list. There are like 250 things that are marked down 60% off, and I made up this flyer, and we'll put a link in it in the video description. But there are 17 stamp sets that are under $10, which is kind of amazing
That's
for us.
crazy.
I know, right? 17 that are under 10, and there's still others that are over 10, but are also amazing deals. Quite a few of these have dies that are on sale as well or in the clearance rack. So like almost all of them have coordinating dies that are on sale. So today I wanted to focus on one of those 17 under 10. And so I'm using the Conversation Bubbles stamp set. This is retiring from the January through April 2023 mini catalog. It's on page 39, and the stamp set is 60% off. It is $9.60 for the stamp set. You, of course, probably want to get those coordinating dies, which are 20% off. And so I wanted to share a project to highlight not only the colors that are leaving, but also this really fun stamp set, in case you haven't had a chance to check it out and play with it. This is the only other card sample I have, and I cased it from the mini catalog. So I don't know how well you can see. I did different die cuts of the white conversation bubbles, kind of in different directions, and then I added the die cut thank you. So I used Sweet Sorbet and Petal Pink, I think, for this one, with some of the Country Floral Lane designer paper. So we're going to make another card today using the Conversation Bubbles and our retiring colors, Bermuda Bay, Rich Razzleberry, and Mango Melody. Kind of a simple card today. We're going to do a little embossing too. I've got my card pieces, and they're pretty straightforward. We've got Rich Razzleberry for the card base. It's 5.5 by 8.5, scored in half at 4 1/4. An inside piece that's 4 inches by 5 1/4. A white piece for the front that is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Some designer paper, and for this one, I am using the retiring Greatest Journey. Enjoy the Journey. designer paper. This was one that we could get during celebration in the final month as an extra item. So you might have this one at home, but I loved this pattern with the mango melody. I just thought it was kind of fun. And then I have a scrap of Bermuda Bay that I'm going to stamp and die cut from, and a little skinny strip of Bermuda Bay that's 1/2 inch by 4 inches. So we're going to start with our stamping, and we're going to do that on the 2 white pieces. Let me move everything else out for just a second. And for the front piece, we're going to kind of create a collage with some of the images, the little conversation bubble images. So I've got one for Bermuda Bay, I've got one for Rich Razzleberry, and one for Mango Melody, which is going to be that solid one. I'm looking at my sample to make sure that I do it right. I'm going to start over here and go in the upper right corner, go off the edge, kind of just doing a triangle down the page here. So that's my Mango Melody layer. And then I'm going to add overlapping Bermuda Bay. And then I'm using those 3 hearts. I'm going to overlap again and then overlap down here. So this is for the front, just kind of a collage of those conversation bubbles. And then I want to just add a little trio of those things here in the corner for the inside of the card. Okay. Oh, I've got children playing on the porch. If we hear a doorbell or something crazy, it's just it's just the kids. Our next stamping is going to be some embossing. Oh, it's right here in front of me. I'm like, where did my tray go? I'm using the Embossing Editions toolkit. We've shown this a few times, but I just really love it. It's a carryover from the holiday mini, and it'll still be available in the new catalog. It includes the small tray, the embossing buddy, the tweezers, and the little brush. So definitely a must-have, I think, for embossing. And we're going to be stamping on the Bermuda Bay cardstock. So I'm going to start with the embossing buddy. And this just kind of helps to get rid of all the oil, fingerprints, whatever on the cardstock, because I want my my embossing powder to stick only to the stamped image and not to anything else. So I'm going to stamp this in Versamark, which is a watermark ink, and then use the white embossing powder. And I should have been doing this in the tray because then you can shake it off and you can use the tray to funnel it back into the jar. I will admit sometimes I'm lazy and I just try to funnel it on its own. And then the brush, you can get some of those extra little pieces and just sort of brush away the powder. And so next we're going to heat it to activate the powder and create a raised image. So I'm going to use the heat tool for that. And I'm just going to put it back and forth until the powder is melted. And it's a little bit harder to see with the white, but you're looking for it to get kind of shiny and smooth. And that's how you can tell that it has melted. So you kind of see it getting darker on the right side. And I'm just going to go over the whole image. This is where the tweezers would be good. If you feel like you're burning your fingers, then you can use the tweezers to hold your cardstock and save your fingers from burning, not for burning. You don't want to burn. Let me move this stuff out of the way, and we're going to get out the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm using the mini machine to die cut our conversation bubbles. And heads up, if you're a demonstrator, the Boho Blue mini machine, the extra stock from the celebration promotion is available for demonstrators to order. So if you're interested in getting that and you missed the original pre-order period, then it's available now for demonstrators. And I guess if there's enough, maybe they'll make it available for customers, but at this point, it's just available for demonstrators right now. Come on. I'm going backwards. I usually go the other way. Okay, there's our image. I love the way the white embossing looks on the dark cardstock of the Bermuda Bay. Let's bring in our other pieces and we'll assemble our card. I'm going to use some regular Stampin' Seal, and we'll start with our inside piece. Rich Razzleberry is my card base, and then I'm going to use that Mango Melody designer paper and put that down in the front, about a half or quarter inch from the bottom. I guess it's more like a quarter inch. Oh man, I have a little smudge. You probably can't even see it. A little smudge of ink.
Oh,
I know. I'm gonna try my ink eraser here. This is like a sand eraser. Essentially, you're just like grinding down the fibers of the paper. The little half-inch piece I'm going to put on the left side of the card. And then I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. It looks like I've got edges here. Going to use some dimensionals. On the side.
that is such a cute card.
Thank you. I love the way it turned out. And I'm not sure about the color combination. I feel like I might have chosen other colors, but Claire was like, "Oh, I love the colors. They're perfect." And I think she's she's really digging them because they're pretty similar to Knox College colors,
No.
where she has been admitted and plans to go to school in the fall. Their colors are like purple and gold, and so she's like, "I love it. It's perfect." But I do think it's a fun color combination. And if you don't have these colors, you can certainly use any colors, I think, to create this card. I think I like the bright colors just, for the style of the stamp set. I'm going to add some iridescent rhinestone basic jewels because, I mean,
Yeah,
why not?
right.
There are 3 sizes, so I'm putting the large and the small on top and the medium down there in the corner.
Awesome. Such a
All right.
nice card.
Thank you. I hope these colors feel celebrated. I am going to miss them, but there are some fun new ones to take their place. So maybe I'll have to make the same card with the new colors. All right, I'm excited about the cards you have to share today. So I'm going to flip the camera over so you
All
can
right.
share.
Okay. So I chose Blushing Bride, Mary Merlot, and So Saffron. And those are the inks that I'm using on this. And then I may have shown this card layout before. I'm not sure. Oh, and I didn't put measurements. Doggone it. All right. So I've done a lot of the work ahead of time. So anyway, this is an 8.5 by 11, scored at 4 1/4. So nothing really new there. And then I took some of our oh Lord, this the designer series paper.
Awash with Beauty.
Awash with Beauty. So I'm going to put a piece. I just cut it on the diagonal, but I also wanted a strip to kind of peek out from underneath. This was kind of a last minute thing, so I'm going to do a little bit of trimming, but I'm going to just lay this out here, and then I'm going to trim off these little ends.
Oh, I like that.
Not the most ideal way, but it works. I'm not in camera, am I? There we go. I just got carried away when I was making this, and so I did all my stamping and die cutting. All right. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to do it this way. Just to pay attention to what you're doing. So Julie, are you ready for Easter?
It snuck up on me. I mean,
Yeah.
no. I'm not ready. I'm not even sure what we're making. We need to make out our grocery list and get what we need. Jim's smoker is not working.
What?
I know it got clogged up and he's been trying to fix it for a few weeks now. So
Mm,
we're just kind of like on standby. I don't know. Like the plan was to smoke ham, but um I don't know. If that doesn't work, we're gonna have to do a more traditional preparation
oh boy.
of our meats. But yeah, we need to make out our list. We need to get to the store. Now, of course, I'm saying this because we're filming this early, and
Yeah.
when you're watching this, we will have our food already.
Yeah.
and,
Yes, we
and we
will.
will have a better plan for Easter dinner tonight. Um,
Mm-hmm. This isn't glued on, is it? This is glued on. All right. I'll let it hang in there.
I really like the angle on this card. I think it's really pretty.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm just doing our traditional Easter dinner, ham and cheesy potatoes. And all right, so that piece is done. Kind of a little crazy, and I started um stamping and die cutting. So this is what we've got. So I'm gonna layer this here. Oops, I should put my stem down like here. And put this piece. So I chose the blushing bride for these little ones in Mary Merlot. So I just kind of want it kind of stacked like so. I think that's how I want it.
And the colors are all from the designer paper. That's why you chose those
Yeah.
colors, right?
That's exactly right. I chose this because of the colors that were in there, because there's the So Saffron and the Blushing Bride and the Mary Merlot. And then I did our greeting, which is "You are a true friend," and that'll go on here as well. And actually, I think I might want to do something a little different. You may want to actually have that coming off the paper. I don't know. What do you think, Julie? Do you like it better coming off the designer series paper with the bow and a greeting?
As opposed to tucked behind it?
Yeah, yeah,
I like it better on top, I think.
yeah, I do too. All right. So let me just take all these pieces off and get out some of my favorite glue. I put too much on there. It's gonna squish.
The soft seam binding just sold out. I just was
Oh,
marking it. I know.
oh no.
One of my very favorite ribbons, just because it's so versatile and it goes with so much stuff. There is a new white ribbon in the new catalog, so I'm sure that will become a new favorite.
You know, it probably will. But I am gonna miss it because you can just take the blends and make it any color you want.
Mm-hmm.
But you can probably do that with some of the other new ones too. Oops. Glue down. And I'm gonna stick the flower on like so. And we will I pre-tied the bow, and it's been sitting in my bin for a little bit, but it'll work. It'll be just fine. Get rid of some of these longer tails. Well, sure I am. All right, well, it's gonna have to do. It may fray on me. My ribbon scissors are somewhere on this messy, messy table. This stamp set, I believe, also has sold out.
Yeah, the True Beauty stamp set.
Yeah,
The
but
designer paper is still available though.
yep,
And it is so beautiful. This is the suite that we used when we stamped with Sarah and Shelley.
yes, it is.
So we'll have to link that video in the video description if you haven't seen it yet. That one's such a fun video.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love the way that our cards turned out.
Yep, I do too. And you can use any stamp set that you want with this layout. It doesn't have to be this one, obviously. And I think some of the new designer series papers are stunning. I think it's going to work out really well. All right, let's put our greeting on. You are a true friend. And then we'll put some bling because we have to. It's the law.
It's the law.
Well, it is in my house.
I love it. It's the law. Which bling are you using today, Mom?
I'm using the Elegant Faceted Gems, which is retiring. I wanted to show some love. I love these gems. I have used them a lot. I don't know what else to say. I've used them a lot. Let's go down here with the little guy and then another big guy. There we go. Just to give that. So there is a fairly quick card, really.
Beautiful.
And the inside, oh, I've got to do the inside. So let's do this. Let's take our Mary Merlot. I'm just creating this hot mess. And so you are a true friend, and the other stamps in this stamp set are here for you always with love.
Aww.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to stamp here for you always. Even though it's kind of little and with love. And then take some Blushing Bride and stamp a flower in the corner. It looks a little crooked. But that's all right. And so we're going to put this little guy right there. So that's going to be our inside. Get rid of these inks. And I'll use some of the seal to put our inside in. And I don't know how our time is, Julie. But I was going to share a real fast project, not related to any of them, really. You'll have to tell me. So let me.
We always have time for more projects.
So here's another one I used with get rid of this ribbon with a balmy blue. I love blue and yellow as a combination. So this was one, it was the 12 by 12 sheet, but if you cut it down, you can get like 6 card fronts from this.
I love that pattern.
Yep. And the blingy white ribbon, even though it's not in the new catalog, it's available on the online exclusive. So there are several products that moved over to online exclusives. So that's just using this paper. But then I wanted to do something real fast. I love daisies, and I'm sad that this daisy punch is going away.
Yeah,
So
that was such a good punch.
Yeah. So I went ahead and made some Gerber daisies, put some of our retiring opal rounds in there, and then stamped up or punched out a couple leaves. I hand cut the stems with that quick happy birthday.
Where did you say you got the leaves from?
The leaves, oh, I knew you were going to ask me that. It's got, I think, like 3 flowers and
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
um, and this leaf. So I just punched out like 5 leaves. So that was the other thing I wanted to share with you with the retiring colors.
Oh, I love that.
So here's my little bonus project. I made these for my hostess club, and I'm making them for our fellow handbell choir members. So I took a piece, and this is, I don't even know who to give credit to because this has been around for so long. But I took a piece of 6x6 designer series paper. I scored it at 2 inches and 4 inches, turned it, scored it at 2 inches and 4 inches. And then I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to go just up to that first score line. This would be great. Well, it's already Easter. Sorry. Next year.
I think you showed us the baskets that you made for Stamp Club in our last video.
Oh, yeah. I
Or
did.
maybe it was 2 weeks ago when
It
we
may
had
have been,
Amy.
but I thought I would just share how I
Yeah,
did.
this is fun. So if you're needing a last minute little table treat for Easter dinner tonight,
Yes.
you could, because everyone's got designer paper at home, or you
Oh,
could use
yeah.
cardstock for this instead.
You could. And I debated, but
I
I thought
like
this was
I like
fun.
the pattern. Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought this was a lot of fun. So then you're just going to fold up the sides. I want it that way. Not that way? No, I want it this way. And I'm just going to use some seal right now. I would normally use some tear and tape. So I'm going to put some seal right here. Or I suppose you could use Seal Plus too, huh?
Yeah. I always forget about Seal Plus.
I do too. Oh, oh, come on. Oh, Lord. Let's get some seal on here. But this just comes together so quick. So your sister doesn't know yet, but she's going to help me make these.
She always loves helping.
She does. She absolutely does. And so she's been looking at my new catalog
Oh, really?
and she loves the in colors.
Now we're talking about a different sister that you guys
Oh,
haven't met.
that's right. That's right. My daughter, Yvonne. So this is the basket. How simple and cute.
I love it.
And if you want, you could take like a 1-inch strip or a 3/4 inch strip of white or another color and just make a little handle and then put a little Easter grass and fill it with some goodies. So there's
So
my
cute.
quick and easy little basket because it's Easter. So I had to share it.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that extra project.
Sure. All right.
You ready to switch the cameras around?
Yes. Let's flip.
Oh, so many retiring colors that we're going to miss. I think we shared a lot of my favorites today. The saffron, Mary Merlot, such a good one. And that was another one that just was new, I feel like in the last color refresh. So,
Yes, it was new then.
yeah. It's sad to see that one. It's sad to see that one be done. So how do they figure out the colors that are retiring? A lot of it
Oh boy.
has to do with sales, but then also as they're bringing new colors in and thinking about trying to balance it out, they're really trying to make sure that they've got colors that go well together. So as they're, figuring out which colors to go, part of it's sales, but also just making sure that they got a nice balance
And
of
they
colors.
also do research. And
Yes.
they have color experts. I don't know what qualifies one to be a color expert. They do utilize that. And I think they run focus groups too with demonstrators and customers. And, there's a lot that goes into the decisions.
Yeah.
And, and then what colors they need to bring in too, besides
Yeah.
just the retiring ones. So anyway, I'm excited, and
Demonstrators can pre-order new colors right now, and everybody else will be able to order the new colors when the catalog launches on May 2nd. But everyone can get the retiring in colors while supplies last right now. So don't wait. Make sure that you get your orders in right away for the
absolutely.
retiring colors and all the last chance favorites as well. The stamp sets and the dies and the ribbon and the embellishments. There, like I said, a couple
Yeah,
hundred items that are on sale. To be our last video where we focus on last chance favorites.
it is.
Um, so make sure that you get your favorites. You still got a few weeks left before that ends.
Yes. So on that note, we wish you all a very happy and blessed Easter. We hope you're enjoying the day with loved ones and friends. And I know that we are going to eat very well this afternoon. So
Yeah. Thank you for spending some time with us today.
yeah, thank you. And until next Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good week. Bye, Mom. Love
Bye,
you.
Jay. Love you.